Every one of us are different. Indeed, it is our own uniqueness that makes us human. But sometimes being different can cause sadness, confusion, and leave us wondering if there is a reason why things don't seem to be, well, right. So let's just have a little heart to heart, because I feel the time is right. For most of my own unique life, I have felt this way. Just different. Not in a quirky, cute way, but more of an unsettled way. A kind of way that doesn't feel right. So a little over 2 years ago, kind of around the time I started my YouTube channel, I began to search for a solution, an explanation, an answer. I have no siblings and only a couple of people who I consider close friends, and yet loneliness is something I have never felt. As an only child, I had spent most of my life preferring my own company, and that's fine. But was this the reason that I felt so terribly awkward in social gatherings? Maybe. But that would only explain a part of what I was going through. It most definitely didn't reveal the full picture, and I'm only going to go into part of that here. Preferring nature, even when it's strong and bold and noisy, to spending a day with people I wanted to spend time with because of background noise and wanting to avoid even my own histrionics. I adore my own company. Indeed, there is a quote from Worcestershire that goes, "My alone feels so good, I will only have you if you are sweeter than my solitude." I had always wanted to be an artist, a dream that was hampered by a combination of my lack of self-belief and an upbringing that was typical of its time, resulting instead of me choosing the safe and yet totally unsuitable career in law. But it was art that kept me going, because it was who I was. In the summer, I was diagnosed with ADHD and autism. Prior to my diagnoses, and unbeknown to me, I had been masking all my life and attempting and failing to fit into a neurotypical world. As I meandered through life and the struggles I encountered, I consistently changed the narrative to suit those around me, and yet Not until my diagnosis did I even know that I had become a false version of myself. And when I realised that I had been masking, I began to experience sorrow and grief for my lost years, not knowing who I really was. Perhaps you are wondering why seek a diagnosis at this stage of my life. Well, the reason is because my autism had to be unveiled so that I could finally know who I truly was and put accommodations in place to make my world an easier, quieter place. My meltdowns and shutdowns were a combination of confusion and ugly sadness triggered by noise and the quietness that I had been so desperately seeking. It all finally made sense. If you're wondering why I'm talking about this on what is, after all, an art channel, well, I guess there's a couple of reasons. I guess I want people to know that it's okay to get a late diagnosis. You may be in the same situation, or perhaps you know somebody else that is. I wanted people to know the real me without the mask that I had been wearing all of my life. I owe that to myself, at least. Today, as I talk to you, I have chosen to paint a sunflower. Typically, the sunflower symbolizes loyalty and adoration to positivity and strength, and the sunflower is now recognized globally as a symbol for invisible disabilities. The sunflower was chosen to reflect confidence and growth and strength, as well as happiness and positivity. Looking at the sunflower and its really sunny, bright face, which reminds us of sunshine in the summer, it is difficult to imagine, therefore, that so many people suffer silently, being misunderstood. Thank you for listening to my brief story. This is only a little version, a little hindsight of what I'm going through, and my late diagnosis of autism at the age of 58. Indeed, it is something I have been struggling with all of my life, and thank you for listening to my story.